Hello everybody, welcome to another Get Ready With Me. My name is Courtney Lee Chensley and today we are going to do the cool toned makeup trend. I don't know if anybody has seen it out there, and I know sometimes like if you have it can be scary because a lot of times it's like gray tones, which is what a cool tone is, but it doesn't have to just be gray makeup. When I was trying to come up with which colors I wanted to use, I was like, well, what do I have Synergence wise that is cool tone? Because I do tend to go warm because my eyes are blue. So like those orangey tones, those warmer tones do tend to be more flattering. And then if you've been around at all, and I don't have it, but my favorite blush color that I have is a peachy blush. It's you can also get it in a lip sense cream, same color, but yeah. So like the warmer tones I tend to gravitate towards. But today we are going to do a cool toned. So I was trying to figure out what color I had, and then I thought about, oh yeah, smoked topaz. This is kind of an underrated color. It's not used very often, and it's probably because it looks like clay, like straight, cover my face up, straight clay. It can be kind of a scary color because it's like, ugh, I don't know. But I wore it for not a Halloween look. It was just inspired by a Halloween movie, and I was like, okay, I get why this is a permanent color of Synergence. And then I was trying to figure out like what lip color to do because again, I don't have a whole lot of the cool tones. So I was like, the one color that I really wanted to do that I knew I had, but unfortunately is a limited edition and Synergence no longer has it. It was called Queen Bee, and it was this really, really beautiful, cool toned, muted purple. And then I was like, oh, well, wait a second. Why are we not thinking about the color that we wore for our wedding? Amethyst. And I was thinking maybe I could do this for the eyes, but then I was like, no, we're gonna do this for the lips. I mean, look at another gorgeous color. And then I'm gonna do, I'll probably do my, I call it my whack-ass Milk Rose Lip Sense Cream because I think I got a funky batch and it's not nearly as pink as what everybody else's is. For me, it comes off as a little bit on like a gray lavender side. So we might do that, but let's play around with these colors. So as you saw, I did a layer of smoked topaz, and I'm kind of doing the same application technique that I did with the summer look that I posted last week. We're gonna bring it underneath the eye. I think I do want to do just a little bit more. So instead of applying it directly to my eye like I originally did, we're just gonna get it on the brush and then tap it on. So I do have it blended up onto my brow bone because, as I've mentioned before, I have like the slightly hooded eyelids, and if I don't blend it up there, then it looks like the top part of my eye is trying to eat my lid. So I've got it pulled up there, and then we're just gonna tap in the second layer on the lid. I know another color that is thought of for cool tones is black. And I know a black shadow, a black cream shadow can be very intimidating, very scary. So for this look, and originally, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't planning on doing a smoky eye, but I was like, I bet you this combination is actually going to be really, really cute. So I grabbed the smoked charcoal Glowify stick, and we're gonna use that. So see, like you're gonna get a little bit of that black, but it's not like a heavy, thick black, like Onyx Shadow Sense, or even, you know, like a black liner. So I'm just going to roughly, because we're not trying to make this perfect, because we are gonna smudge it out. We're gonna do about a third, a little more than a third, but not quite half of the lid. And then I'm just gonna take this flatter brush and just kind of rub it out. which is not what I wanted to say, because if you're like me and you have the mentality of a 12-year-old boy, your brain just thought of something else. So we're just going to kind of try to buff out that line and then tap it on there. And then, for consistency reasons, we are going to pull this underneath. Let's just go ahead and take this brush again. And then smudge. And I think what I want to do, so that this doesn't look too much like I got punched in the eyeball, I'm going to take what I have on my brush of the smoked topaz and just kind of go underneath. And then, again, if it's too much, just take a brush, any kind of brush that you have, concealer brush or whatever, which I definitely left in the living room. Just kind of fix that. And I think what I want to do, I think I might add some liner, but let me finish this eye and then I'll decide if that's what I want to do. Just throwing this out there. These Glowify sticks are really easy to use. Especially, like, I've noticed the more that they've gotten into the formulas, the smoother they've gotten. But I've only gotten 3 and I love them. I have this smoked charcoal. I have bronze taupe. Sorry, I had to think about that. Which I almost thought about using that because it's definitely a cool tone brown. But I wanted to show that grays and blacks don't have to be scary or like super intense. And then I've also got my white. And if you saw any of my Goddess series, and you might have checked out Artemis, which dropped last Friday, I used that for my fun little white dots or circles. And it applied easily. Oh my gosh, like it's not a very pigmented white, but it's that like soft one. So you could even use it to highlight, which I think I am gonna add some liner, and then we'll just toss a little bit of the white on the inner corners. All right, we're gonna take that back. Did not use black liner because I literally have no idea what happened to it. Thought I had it in my pouch, only have purple in there. Thought I had it over here, I only have my felt liner. And I'm not trying to do, you know, something that's super like defined. What is this piece of bang doing? All right, so let's take this white. Just get it here in the inner corners. What I really like about this is it's pearly. So it's not a harsh, like solid white. Like you can just see, you have to have it in like the right light to catch it. So it's just got a really beautiful sheen to it. And because this is kind of a thick and slightly intense eye look, we just needed to brighten up that area a little bit. I'm going to get to my mascara using my favorite mascara duo, which is my primer and my Volume Intense in black. They both contain Capixyl, so they help my eyelashes grow, and what girl doesn't like that? But let me quick get this on and then we'll come back and talk lips. All right, so I decided to go ahead and throw a little bit of a cooler toned pink. Like this pink definitely has a blue undertone, and if you heard that, my husband is playing Call of Duty. So let's just make sure we've got this on nice and good. The look is starting to come together, I feel. So let's get into Amethyst. Can Shadow Sense be used on the eyes, lips, and cheeks? Abso-freaking-lutely. There is another color too that was limited edition that I loved that would have been great for this look. I used it a lot this winter. It was Fireside Fig. Just a beautiful, like, mauve-y, cool tone mauve. And I used it a lot. If you follow me on Instagram, I did have it in, it was like my favorite winter lippy. And I used that to line the lip, and it was perfection. So let's just kind of, I'm not the biggest fan of overlining my lips, which I know like when it comes to liner, you kind of want to do it more on the outside because I am a straw user. I am also a former smoker, so I've got them creases. And I sometimes feel I want to do the overlining. You can really see it. I also notice I do this a lot when I'm doing my lips. And for those of you that didn't notice that before, you're probably going to notice it now. But don't tell me that you notice it. I'm already slightly self-conscious about it. So let's get this lined. Okay, this is a lot softer than what I thought it was going to be. I'm not mad about it though. I have a kitty trying to get in. If you heard that. Let's see. So that's Odin. I can tell by the way he's trying to get in. Because he definitely uses his claws. Alright, so Amethyst. Very, very cool toned. Then we're just going to take my messed up Milk Rose. Put that here. Not just in the middle, but like all the way around. Like this.
Hurry up. 11 o'clock.
We've got stuff to do today. And so he put me on a time frame. I need a little bit more. Where did I literally just sit this down? There it is. I feel like I need a little bit more right here. Kind of got a little carried away with that Milk Rose. There we go. My lips aren't perfect, but they're mine. Although I'm not gonna lie, I have thought about getting lip fillers. And if I do, I will be fully transparent. I will tell you, I won't just be like, oh yeah, my lips just all of a sudden developed into this. You know, let's just take a little bit of gloss because I am a glossy girl. We're gonna do my favorite from Synergence. Well, one of my favorites from Synergence, the Diamond Kiss Gloss, because it's just got, I believe, some crushed diamonds in there, or diamond powder or something. And just to give it a little something. Definitely wish I had like a gray based gloss. Now I have something that is no longer available, and with these Get Ready With Me's, I want to try to make sure that I have products that are available for you to get. And I do post the links in the description. They are affiliate links, and any help supports this channel, and I absolutely appreciate it. So I'm not going to put that gloss on. I probably will after I'm done recording, because here's the gloss. It was Sagittarius when Synergence did their zodiac signs. It looks really kind of cool, and I honestly feel like this would be the right gloss. Oh yeah, definitely the right gloss for this look. But since it's not available, I don't want to show it to you because I want you to be able to get the products that I'm showing you in this video. So here is my cool toned makeup look. Like I said, I know we think like typically like grays and blacks and stuff like that, and that can be super intimidating. So I wanted to show you a look that utilizes those colors, but without being like the solid, like intense dark colors, because I used this one as my gray, and then this is my black. So as you can see, not super scary. So here it is. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.